Hey guys, Finn here. That is of course FYNN, and thank you so much. We are less than a handful away from 100 subscribers. I seriously thought it would take a year or at least 6 months to get to that goal, and it is such an achievement for me, so thank you so much. You have helped me incredibly to reach this goal. So close, and hopefully by the next video I will have that 100 subscriber. That'd be really amazing. Thank you so much. And yeah, obviously if you haven't seen, I do have a new channel banner up that is done by my friend Sleazy Gamer. You can go check her channel out, link in the description below. She does so many great videos. She does a bunch of she's done the Batman game, she's done the Assassin's Creed game, she's done so many other games, and I think you guys would really like the variety on her channel. She does upload every day, so that is a nice touch. Okay, so obviously I've seen this kind of video before, and I've seen another YouTuber do it on the Arsenal team, but this is my Manchester United variation of the keep or sell. The players who I would either get rid of or I'd keep in the team. This is only going to be a starting 11 of players who I've seen have started the most this season. Obviously it's not going to be everyone. If you guys want to see more Manchester United players, you will have to ask for a part 2, so tell me if you want a part 2. Okay, so obviously United have struggled in the Premier League this season, and if you want to see my Premier League team of the season prediction, you guys can check that up above. Obviously it has been released, the actual team of the season, and you guys can compare and say whether you prefer mine or the actual team of the season. Okay, let's get straight into this. Goalkeeper David De Gea. I think there's been lots of speculation about De Gea maybe leaving for £90 million to PSG, which I think is just insane. I think De Gea has been our one really super player for the last few years. He's been our really brick wall. He's been such a vital player to Manchester United in the last few years. But just because he's had a bad season, we're considering just getting rid of him. I think that's not right, and we're thinking of triggering Jan Oblak's release clause so that we can get him from Atletico Madrid. I mean, in all fairness, I think we have to respect David De Gea, and we have to keep him just at least for another season or two, so he can prove he's still the best in the world and that he's just had one bad season. So David De Gea, keep. Okay, so next of course we have our 4 defenders in front of him. We've had Ashley Young start on the right quite often this season, and I have to say he's been so disappointing this season when it comes to attacking, when it comes to defense. He is no longer Manchester United quality. You hear my frustration in almost every video I make, and you guys can see what I do think about the United players in general in my FIFA 20 ratings prediction video, which I've also made. But obviously Ashley Young been very disappointing this season, I've got to say so. Okay, now on the left side I've got Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw has had such a great season. He scored his first goal in the beginning of the season. Overall, he's just shown lots of quality when it comes to attack, getting a few assists in the season, and obviously defensively he's been great. He just needs to work a tiny bit on positioning, but other than that, I have to say Luke Shaw is a definite keep. Okay, now obviously we've got our 2 centre-backs behind that. Let's go with Lindelof first. Lindelof has improved incredibly this season. He's still got a long way to go, but considering how he used to play and looking at how he plays now, he is much more defined as a defender. He still makes quite a few mistakes, got quite a lot to work on, but he's not a player I think we should get rid of. I think he has lots of potential and time to grow at United. I've got to say, keep Lindelof. Okay, now my other centre-back is Smalling. Of course, we have lots of other centre-backs like a Bailey, like a whoever. But as I said, I'll mention them in a part 2. These are players who I've seen play quite a lot this season. And yeah, Chris Smalling hasn't had the best season so far, but I have to say, Chris Smalling has had moments where he's played really well, but overall he's been pretty disappointing, and I do think we still need that centre-back that the rest of the world would want to have, like a Koulibaly, like a Skriniar. And Smalling, I don't see any huge team wanting him. That is the problem. Look, massive respect. He's been super loyal to the club, but overall he's not the kind of defender we need, and we need lots of defensive improvements next season. So yeah, Chris Smalling, so. Going to our midfielders. Our midfielder, okay, Matic hasn't played that much, but I'm putting him in there just so I could say he's not the defensive midfielder. He's getting very sluggish and slow, and he's not becoming that vital player that we thought he would. He's really just hidden in games, not showing any kind of, I don't know, he's not showing what I thought he would for Manchester United. And overall he's getting a bit older, and I think we're going to have to bring in someone new in the midfielder, whether it's defensive midfielder or just a whatever midfielder. So I'm going to have to say Matic, sell. Next to that, of course, we do have Pogba. Pogba, I think, is a very controversial one. You either love him or you hate him, and that's a huge problem, I think. Look, I think it's all a matter of attitude. I think he just doesn't have the right attitude at the moment. He keeps on saying, talking about a move to Real Madrid, possibly. Lots of people say, yeah, let's just sell him. He doesn't have the right attitude. But to be honest, I think if he gets the right attitude, he could seriously be just incredible for Manchester United. I think he is the kind of player we need, and he's going to be very hard to replace just because he's so physically big and he can play really well. So if he gets in the right mindset for next season, it's going to be a long shot, it's going to be a gamble. Please don't hate me for this decision, but I'm going to have to say keep Pogba. Okay, my last midfielder, of course, there's quite a few. I'm not going to do McTominay in this video because of course he's only starting to really break into the first team, so I'm not going to talk about him too much. I'd rather talk about a player like Herrera. I think Herrera, lots of people are saying, oh yeah, over recent years he's been hidden over the last whatever. But I've got to say, Herrera is the one player who you see push and fight with his heart out in every single game, who just leaves nothing on the pitch. He fights with everything on the pitch, and I have to say Herrera keep definitely, but I think there are talks about him maybe moving to PSG, so that would make me very sad. Okay, we get to our three attackers. Three attackers I've chosen from. The first one has to be Rashford. I think Rashford's just a definite keep. I'm not going to say much about that because he's really shown quite a lot in this season. His best season so far, and I think he could be one of the Manchester United greats when it comes to strikers. Tell me if you agree with me up above or down below in the comment section if you think Rashford could become one of Manchester United greats when it comes to strikers. Okay, next we have Lukaku. Lukaku is just such a problem at the moment. He doesn't score when he needs to, but he seriously has that potential to be a super great striker. He's improved so much in the season, and as I really want to say, give him another season. That is the thing. He hasn't done that well. I really do, but at the end of the day, I have to say sell Lukaku, because I think Manchester United should strive to have the best of the best, and we can't keep saying with every player, yeah, well, maybe next year. So Lukaku is the one player I'm going to have to say sell. We have to get a better striker next season, or at least maybe a better wing, because Rashford will probably go into striker. My last forward is Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial's been such a problem because he really, when he started off at Manchester United, you saw him skill and you saw him really just enjoy his football when he joined Manchester United, and it was just such a pleasure to watch him, and you always knew he was going to break defenders' ankles, and it was really a pleasure to watch. But lately his attitude hasn't been right. He doesn't do the kind of things that he used to do, and even he got shouted at the other day in the one warm-up game while warming up for Chelsea, because he was not warming up properly. He was just kind of kicking the ball around with his hands behind his back. He did not have the right mindset, and I think that's very upsetting. I think obviously he doesn't have the right mindset for Manchester United. He doesn't really have the skill, and he doesn't have the ability that he used to at Manchester United. I'm going to have to say Martial, sell. Okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Obviously I just want to send a quick message out to Casillas, the obviously ex-Real Madrid goalkeeper and the current Porto goalkeeper, who has, I think, had a heart attack. He is okay now, but he might never play football again, they are saying. But just all wishes to him, his family, and whatever. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. So close to 100 subscribers. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much. This has been Finn, FYNN. Stay awesome.